I've been walking through the silence where my voice got lost in fear. Every step felt like I'm falling. Every dream just disappeared. They tried to tell me I was nothing, tried to dim my inner light. But there's a whisper deep inside me saying you were born to rise. And I won't let go, even when the road feels cold. There's a fire in my soul that they'll never take from me.
Oh, I love that song. I absolutely love that song. And that's one of the songs, it's one of the many songs in the Frequency Union catalog, you guys. So, first of all, happy Saturday. Okay, happy Saturday. I know it's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, but we are going to pick and choose what we want to focus on. If we focus on the negative, guess what? We're going to have negative. So we're going to focus on the positive. We're going to focus on the things that bring us joy. And I want to talk to you guys today because one of the things I say, I'm always going to value your time and always going to give you one or two things, something you need to know or something you need to grow. And of course, they typically become the same things, right? So I want to talk to you guys today about something I saw and I had to speak on it when I was younger. When I was younger, and I can't remember exactly what it was. I'm trying to think what my mother told me I used to say. I asked her years ago. I said, when I was little, what did I say I wanted to do? And I think she said I wanted to be a fireman. I wanted to be a fireman. That's what I wanted because I had these trucks because my mom was a nurse and she went to nursing school. I remember having a Tonka, you guys. Now, kids today don't know the joy of a steel, like a toy that was made of steel, like a Tonka dump truck, right? I had an ambulance. And isn't it funny? Later on, I became a paramedic. But I had an ambulance, and I want to say that thing was about maybe a foot and a half long because it was like this is a foot. It was about about this big, and it was about this wide. Because I remember because you could put a Ken doll in the back and it had a little stretch. It had a little stretcher. They really put quality into toys back then. But if you took that ambulance, you hit somebody with it, you was knocking them out. You was knocking them out. And I remember um, I would go over here and I would go "Woo, woo, woo," and everything, and I had a fire truck. And anyway, long story short, is that's what I imagined I could be. Nobody ever said, "Oh, you can't do that." Or those jobs are reserved for this group or for that group. And you would ask some kids when they were, young, what do you want to be? I want to be a basketball player. I want to be a football player. I want to be a superstar. I want to be an actor. I want to be an astronaut. But I was watching on these videos and seeing actually in my own life and asking my grandkids, what do you want to be? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They don't know. Or as they get older, maybe they're 4 or 5 years old and they go, I want to be, I want to be a lawyer or I want to be a nurse or I want to be something like that or a doctor. And that's fine. Those are fine. Everybody doesn't want to be an entrepreneur. I don't know any of my grandchildren yet that said, I want to work for myself. I want to start my own business, right? I don't know any of them that have said, I want to be happy, right? Because as children, you don't think that's something, you know what I'm saying? You're already happy. And God forbid they're not happy. They don't think that's something they can have. That happiness is something they can choose. And then, of course, as we get older, as we grow up into adulthood, we are told, you do this, this is what you do. You might have that on the side. You can do your dreams on the side, but you make sure you got something to pay the bills. You make sure you have this. And in all of our getting, I'm paying the bills, being responsible, paying for the mortgage, paying for the rents, paying for the car notes, paying for the food, paying for maybe going out or on vacation once a year when our boss tells us we can go. I'm working because I got so much accrued leave, so much time that I've paid into. And that side thing becomes something that's further and further away. And it's something I'm going to do this when I retire because right now I can't do it because I'm too busy building someone else's dream. I I was telling my wife earlier, it was so funny. I said, all my life. Remember that thing from Color Purple? All my life I had to fight, right? That I forget who did Oprah Winfrey pray. She was telling Miss Sealy that, when she was talking about she had to knock out her husband because Sealy told him that he needed to beat her because she needed to stay in her woman's place, right? Once again, these things, what's a woman's place? A woman's place is wherever the woman wants to be, right? But back then, and I remember being told children should be seen and not heard. You shut up and you don't speak until spoken to. And as a grandparent, I agree. Sometimes when I'm talking to my children, my grandkids coming here and they disrupt, I'm like, right? And my kids be like, okay, dad, and yes, I don't want to tamponade their goals, whatever, but sometimes they just talk about some stuff that right now we don't really need to talk about. We adults, you know what I'm saying? We having a conversation about something that is beneficial in this adult relationship. And I can't be coming here talking about, can you watch this? Can you play that? Or can you do something? Because of the fact, thank you. Because of the fact that there's a time and place for that. So I'm saying that to say we have been told and tamponaded and really put in a box that fits other people's priorities and needs and desires. But what are your priorities, needs, and desires? What have you wanted to do? So if you saw the title of this live, I said, if I said you could have what you wanted, you could have the things you desire, would you believe me? Probably not. Because we think that's a bridge too far. We think that's a dream deferred. That's going to always be deferred. Or you know what? I'm going to get it, like I said, once again, when I retire. And then when you retire, you go, I'm too old to do that. I can't do that now. And you tell yourself that you never had the opportunity to do it. Well, now's the time to do it. Because one thing I know, what do they say? One thing for sure, two things for certain, is that we are going to age, but you don't have to age and take somebody's construct of what you should do in that age with you. So I want to offer you something, right? Once again, I said I was going to give you something that is going to be beneficial, something you need to know, or something you need to grow. And that is join our success-driven community. You guys, I know you're like, okay, David, he's selling it. I'm not selling. I'm offering you the opportunity. And I'm telling you, I know this is going to be beneficial to you. Did you hear the song that was playing before I came on? That's one of the songs in our success-driven community in our frequency union catalog. And now why that song is different. I'm like, okay, it sounded nice. It's cool. But no, the song is not just cool. The song is phenomenal. We have R&B. We have country western. We have R&B, country western. We have pop. We have gospel. And I think we need to add classical to that. We're going to add classical to that. These songs are engineered, you guys. These are not just songs like, oh, we had an artist sing this or sing that. No, these songs are engineered with frequencies from 200, I'm looking 256 hertz, 136 hertz, 148 hertz. There's a lot of them. Each one is designed specifically to trigger a physiological response in you. Yes, yes. Now, when we normally look at music, right? I'm going to go off back here. My niece, this is a few years ago, she was singing this song and she was singing it. And I said, why do you say that? And she's like, what you talking about, huh? I said, no, why do you say that? She said, I'm just singing a song because she know I'll be like, careful what you speak, right? And I remember back when I was in high school, the song by Graham Cross Houdini, I'm a hoe, I'm a hoe. I rock 3 different freaks after every show because I'm a hoe. Really? What are you speaking? You're speaking something the subconscious goes, well, I'm a hoe. Let me just be loose with my body and let me do this and everything. And you think, oh no, it's just a song. It ain't that deep, but it is that deep. And we've all heard the different stories of musical artists saying about how they were invited to certain meetings with record company executives that has sociologists in there. And they said, hey, when you make your next album, we want you to kind of use these terms, these phrases in your rap. Put this in here. We go distribute it. We go put you on tour and everything. Even Todd Shaw, Too Short, in an interview Somebody asked him, did he feel that he was responsible for the lyrics and the people dancing and the culture he had, or genre he had helped to create? And he said, let me tell you something. He said, when I first started out, my songs were positive, uplifting, enlightening. He said, nobody was buying them and the record company wasn't interested. It wasn't until I started talking about the reality I lived and talking about the pimps and hoes and the bees, right? He said that I started going on tour, that I got signed to a record deal, that money started getting in my pocket. He says I had to feed my family and do what I had to do. Now, I'm not condemning Todd Shaw. I'm not condemning Too Short at all. But I'm saying the system that is designed to elicit a prescribed response in you, in us. And we've been singing it our whole lives, and we know the lyrics, and we sing it, we put it in our subconscious, and we subconsciously act or we limit ourselves based on the music that we hear. Because music's a universal language. You can play it. They play in these songs by rappers and everything in nightclubs in Russia. Trust me, I know. Okay, they're playing it in Korea. We've seen the K-pop people. We've seen Asian cultures, everything. They're playing it, and they're playing it. And so now, guess what? That frequency, that mindset is being put on them as well. The songs we created in Success Driven, and this is why I'm so passionate about this community, because the songs and things, tools we created in Success Driven are designed to change your mindset and equip you with the digital skills and tools to make a difference, to make you, as we say, better tomorrow than you were today. So as I go back to that song that was playing here, that song is designed with, I think that one had the frequency of 528 hertz, I believe, on that one. That is designed to create a physiological change in you, which is designed to lower your blood pressure, reduce cortisol, and increase dopamine. That song that you're sitting like, oh, okay, listening, I like that. Yes, it's designed to help you be better from the inside out. You're welcome. Now imagine an entire catalog where you can listen to songs over and over again. We call it prescribing, right? Auditory medicine. So we literally have our clients where we're like, if you're stressed, there's three things I need you to do. I need you, one, to remove yourself from a stressful situation. If somebody's stressing you, get up, walk away. You cannot heal or overcome something if you're staying in a situation. And that's a word for everybody, right? Stressful situation, you got to remove yourself. Then put on this music. This is a physiological sound that's designed to lower your blood pressure and lower. Because one thing is you don't want to lash out and respond in anger. I always tell my children that words are like bullets. Once you put them out there, you cannot pull them back. So be careful what you speak and what you say. So this is something that we've designed to help. And let me tell you, as a, I'm showing my age here, they used a commercial to be the men's club president, right? Where this guy was selling these different, like, I guess, hair plugs or whatever. And he would say, I'm not just a customer, I'm also a client, right? I'm not just the owner, I'm also a client, something like that. So I want to say that in this like vein, I'm not just one of the owners, I'm also a client. I use this for myself. I looked at the science, and you guys may not know when I went to college, my major was clinical and behavioral psychology, clinical psychology with a focus on behavior modification. I wanted to be a clinical psychologist. And then I looked at the suicide rates and how depressing it was and everything, and I changed my major to pre-med. However, I took along with that, and I still studied and went back and became a nonverbal communication specialist. So now I read body language and things like that. So I took all the stuff that I've learned and we put it into this. And then I consulted with other people, other specialists, nonverbal specialists, other people that study psychology. And I said, I want to put this into the music. I want to take out the harmful stuff and put this in. How do I do that? And they gave me feedback. They gave me input. They said, try this. I sent it to them. They said, modify that, do this. And this is how we came up with what we're doing. And this is what I want to give to you. So now you're like, okay, David, how much? Because let me tell you something. I truly believe something given has no value. However, I want to pour into you because I truly know that once you see it, you're going to see the value. So here's what I want to give you. Scan this QR code for the next hour. This QR code is going to be available for the next hour. After that, the offer is going away. Scan this QR code, and I'm going to get you into the success-driven community for free. This is a gift card, you guys. This is a gift card, as you can see right over here. Okay, you can scan that. And this gift card is designed to get you where you need to be. And when I say where you need to be, I'm talking about getting into the Success Driven community, getting OnStage Plus Premium access. OnStage Plus Premium, okay? And I ran the numbers, and you're also going to get the Frequent Community Catalog. I'm giving it to you for the people that follow me on my thing. I'm not putting this out to the world. I'm not running commercials on the television network for this. I'm only doing it for people that are following me. One of the things I decided to do a couple of days ago was I've got 12,000 some odd followers. I did a post and I said, because of the algorithm on Facebook, that when I post, usually about 175 or 220 people are going to see my post. 12,968 followers I've got, probably less than 200 people are going to see this post. So of that 200 people, maybe probably around 20 people are going to take advantage. So I'm not really giving away. I'll take the cost on the 100-something people that take advantage of this offer. But the rest of the people, I am definitely going to offer this at a price point. But I just want to tell you guys about the value because I believe in really breaking it down. The Frequency Unit Catalog is $8.99 a month. The Success Driven community is $16 a month. The OSP Premium TV Network, where you get classic movies, where you get talks by motivational speakers, authors, and coaches, is $7.99 a month. If you get all three and you buy it for the whole year, that's $395.76. But we're also going to be selling this package for just $99 for the entire year. But for the next hour, for my followers, if you scan this QR code, I'm giving it to you for free. Now, why am I doing this? I'm going to tell you why, because I believe in full transparency. I'm going to give you this, and then I want you to say, I got so much value, I feel so much better. Then I'm going to say, hey, I got this thing over here for $8. Would you like to buy it? Well, hell, I don't got them. Absolutely. So I will cover the cost, and I will give you this for free in the hopes that you will see the value and you will buy my $8 product down the line once you've already tasted and tried and seen that it's good. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing, because I really believe we have been told so much stuff. Buy this, get this, and you get in here and you spend all your hard-earned money and you're like, well, this was not what they promised. Because I've been there and I don't like the feeling. And then they were like, well, it's something, hey, there's nothing we can do. You know, you bought it, whatever, redefined print. So I'm saying, I'm going to give you this. Come into the community, get engaged, get involved, get refreshed, get your mindset right. And so then when you see it, so then when I offer you an $8 product, or I say this is a $10 product, because I'm not trying to sell you $1 million product, $100,000 product, because right now I don't think you need those, right? But I do that, you're going to say, look, everything he said, he delivered. Everything he said would do, it did. And so if he says this is going to do this and it's $8, well, here, brother, here's my $8. You know what I'm saying? So let's do that. Let's do that. How about it? I pour into you, and then down the line, I want you to support me. Fair exchange, no robbery. So that's all I got to say. My wife brought me breakfast right off camera here. I'm about to eat it, and I thank her for that. So I hope you see that. Also, I have a partner here on C2 Digital. I'm on Coffee and Conversations every Saturday at 10 o'clock. I'm about to jump on over there and get some knowledge, add some value, give some knowledge. And if you guys also have if you want to be serious about our success-driven training, or you have high level and you want to get into our community and learn about that and how to work it for free, let me know. You can DM me and I'll give you the link for that. If you see this in the next hour, or you see it in the next hour and you're like, man, I didn't get it, you can still get the link for $99, right, for the whole year. But otherwise, in the next hour, this will expire. But you guys, do it to yourself. I believe in you. I don't know all your struggles or what you're going through, but I guarantee you this will help, and I want to pour into you. So that's it. I got to get rid of my breakfast is getting cold. I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful Saturday. Remember, you can have anything you want. Anything you can conceive in your mind, you can hold in your hand. And trust me, I'm a living witness to that. Okay? Have a great weekend, and I'll see you later.